Welcome to another episode of
The Epic Family Road Trip.
So right now we hear Dan's fan boat, and what we're hoping is that he's breaking some of the ice between us and the marina. Look at him go.
So the main lake is pretty much opened up. There's some big floats of ice. And then we put the drone up and we could see the channel was open, but just beside this island out here was all ice. So right now you can hear our neighbor Dan in the background with his fan boat, and we can see him going back and forth. It looks like he's breaking up the ice, making a pathway for us to get out. So thanks, Dan. We really appreciate that. That will speed things up for us by at least 2 days, allowing us to, if he can successfully make that pathway through the ice, that'll allow us to get out possibly even today. So exciting. If I can. Wow, it's almost all melted out of here, just some big chunks underneath. There's a bit of a chunk of ice here we're gonna have to break through, but it shouldn't be a problem. It's all loose and floating. It's a very big piece, but if it doesn't break apart, we should be able to push it out of the way.
Probably do front first.
Moment of truth. Just like that. I love these Yamahas. Solid chunk of ice. We might need to drill or use that big bar.
I can get that bar.
Okay. That fits it much. Nice.
I could probably hop on this piece of ice.
Yeah. We'll try it from here if we can.
I'm saying I could probably hop on this piece of ice.
Lucky?
It's slowly moving.
Try to go out that way. Careful with the rock. I don't know how deep it is.
Block. Yeah. Once it's out there, it'll blow away.
bet I could stand on that. You could go across the lake.
The lake really opened up.
Hey, this way now.
I'm gonna try to get to our dock, which it's just powder. I've never seen that, what do they call it, handle ice.
Yeah, this stuff is soft. Like you can see waves dripping into all of it. Just right here that is probably thick.
Yeah.
Stay out over here and let's try to cut it off a little. Slow down. So far, how does it look back there?
Feels like we're riding up on top. Oh.
It's not thick enough to stand on or push. Yeah, don't beach the endurance. Yeah?
Huh?
Don't beach the endurance.
Yeah.
You can
Get ice blocked in.
definitely hit it with a bit of.
It's thicker than it looks, huh? Once it chunks up a bit, it'll break apart.
Caroline's is right ahead of us and it's super shallow right
I'll
here.
stop waiting. So right here by our dock for the cabin, the ice is still pretty thick. This is where I've been measuring all along, so it's much thicker than the middle of the lake, that's for sure.
Hard to hit this stuff. Sorry, buddy. This is thicker.
Okay.
But that's a decent little path.
We can get in, no problem. So you guys want to ride out now? You got everything you need?
Keys?
You got the keys.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna make our first attempted crossing for this year. Our neighbor Dan, like we said this morning, he was out there with his fan boat, and we could see from the drone that there was a big chunk of ice, probably as thick as what we just went through there, all beside the island, which blocks us from the channel. The lake's open, the channel's open, but that ice was there, and so I was able to get a hold of Dan, and he spent the morning in his fan boat just breaking up all the ice for us, so he created a pathway. Should I break this in half, the biggie?
It'll break apart by the time we're even back. This is what we pushed out.
Yeah, if you crack it, it won't end up back there, but I guess...
I would have to sit here whacking it. It's pretty thick. Like, this stuff's still solid ice, you know?
Oh, yeah. Big piece. All right. Flotation suits on. These are our life jackets. They're flotation suits, just so you know, and they're insulated, so let's do it.
Watch for logs and stuff.
Yeah, we won't go too fast. This time of year you could have logs floating, you could have big chunks of ice floating, so we're gonna take our time. Would hate to break something in the middle of the lake.
Cold wind, eh? Careful, straight ahead is a tree or ice up. That's his path straight ahead, so. And over there.
I wonder if that one's better.
It looks more broken up. Let's poke in this one, just keep going.
I think the other one might be better.
Let's see how soft it is.
Take it slow. It's all moving, so we're still pretty thick though on the sides. Makes this fan boat, it's all broken up. So
Yeah.
let's keep pushing through.
Feel it hit chunks on the color.
It's probably okay.
I don't want to bust it up.
We go slow like this, and it helps to, it pushes our water forward.
Okay.
We're cutting this up open even more. Hold up. That was good timing because I would have got stuck. Props okay?
Sure hope so. Imagine having an issue out here. Big section, bigger than I thought, but so far so good.
Good forward. How's that side?
Problem is tonight this is gonna freeze up.
Unless you keep in it, but I guess.
Dangerous stuff.
Yeah, it's no joke.
Careful.
Probably once we get to his front, it's okay.
I'm hitting some big chunks.
I can keep him off.
No, it's just they come underneath, but I'll just take it easy.
Oh wow, look at the big chunks moving. Those are big pieces.
I wouldn't back up, Dad. Just stay on it forward. Just slowly push because it is separate.
We might have to turn back.
It's better or not. Should I go straight or turn to the left towards?
Seems to be hitting more ice up high. Should get nice over here.
Hopefully.
More left. Stay more left.
Follow the black dot.
Yeah, I was just trying to stay more on it. Ride home.
I'm scared of that. Do you want to go through again, or is it going to be that won't clear it any?
I don't think it'll clear more until we'll be able to win. The wind would blow this all the way.
Yeah.
There's hardly any wind. This is a big Those are big chunks, so. Yeah. Take her slow. Almost there.
But Pete, with snow and dropping temperatures the rest of the day, it's gonna get harder and harder.
It'll thicken up on top, but that doesn't mean it's thick, right?
Say for me to come out and get you by myself, like
With Dan.
me and Dan could be iced out there.
We'll have
Make
to
sure
let Dan, our neighbor Dan, know.
Yeah. Make sure we have the Solio with us. And,
You can say we'll start, like, text him when you're here, when you're gonna leave there. If I don't pass you in an hour, then we're stuck. Or if I don't come back in an hour, we're stuck.
That desperate for a haircut, eh?
Right about out.
So we made it through the big ice flow area and we're back in open water, but it's pretty sketchy and it was not easy to get through. You have to go really slow because big chunks are hitting the propeller and you don't want to bust a propeller in the middle of that thing.
That was a lot thicker and a little bit more stressful than what I thought. But we made it through, but I'm a little bit worried about spending a couple hours in town. It will take us about 5 hours, and how the ice will be this afternoon. I'm hoping the snow will stop and the temperature doesn't drop too fast. And I'm pretty worried about Pete going by himself back and then back again to come and get us. So there's a lot of worry, but it's kind of life on the island, I guess. And we'll just take all of the safety precautions we can and keep going.
So I just came through, you can see the narrow path that we broke through on the way out, and I made it through, and now it's pretty much just open water back to the cabin. Sitting up on top of this stuff, it's pretty thick. There we go. Hey, land up. almost to the dock. Not quite. Just clear as much of this ice as we can. And the wind hopefully will pick up and take care of the rest. I'll get there. I'll get there eventually, Lando, buddy. I just gotta clear some of this ice. Oh, I know. I'm coming in. Ice bag dead ahead. Hang on, Linda, you stay there. Hang on, buddy. You want to come in the boat? Up, up. Up, up. Good boy. Hi, bud. Wow, exciting, huh? So I'm just warming up. Pete and Carol have gone to town. What I'm going to do though is get the boat and head out and crack up as much of the ice as I can, and also try to keep that pathway open that leads to the channel. But you know, when we make videos about doing adventurous things, sometimes, you know, it can be a little bit dangerous, and we have a lot of families that watch us, and we always have a bit of a concern because we encourage families to do adventurous things together. That's the mission of our channel. But always do it well prepared. That's what we want to make sure you understand. So we go into these situations where you could get trapped in ice, or you could have a problem in the middle of nowhere with no communications. So two things. One, make sure, whether it's something like this, or you're high up in the mountains, or you're in a foreign country, make sure you have a satellite-based communication device. We have both a Garmin communicator and a Zoleo. We have Zoleos for each of us, and those allow you to communicate even when there's no cell service. And our entire boat ride has no cell service. So if you were to get in trouble, you have a way of reaching the outside world to get help. And paired along with that, we have a global rescue account, and it's very affordable, and it's something that gives you peace of mind when you're out there. You could either just hit the emergency button, and you know, people will come looking for you. They'll pinpoint where you are and come and get you. Or you can communicate directly with them if you were to have some kind of an emergency, medical or otherwise. So two things: never leave home without if you're going on an adventure with your family, because we don't want to encourage families to get out there and then have them get in trouble. That would not be good. So global rescue and a Zoleo or Garmin device. The thing about the Zoleo device and why we encourage that so much is because they are connected directly to global rescue. So even if you don't have an account, the good folks at Global Rescue will be answering the call. If you do have an account with them, it'll cost you nothing for them to come and get you. So definitely check it out. We have a link below, globalrescue.com. You can get a package just for your trip, even if you're going out for 2 weeks, or you can get a year-long package which covers you the whole time. So check them out. So I'm just gonna head out on the boat now that I've warmed up a bit, and try to break up a bunch of this ice right in front of the dock. As you can see, it's pretty thick. Some big thick chunks, but they're broken up, and the more we break it up, the more the wind can do its job and clear this out of here.
So Pete's in at the barber shop getting a much needed haircut, as you guys might have noticed. And I'm just waiting at Tim Hortons right across the roadway. But yeah, so I haven't been able to get a hold of Pete Sr. yet. And I think he's trying to keep open the ice when we came in. It's been snowing a lot and the temperature has been dropping. So hopefully we can make it back in. Yeah, life on the island, it's always an adventure for sure. So anywho, we'll see how Peter's haircut turns out. He'll probably lose like 5 pounds.
Are we gonna make it back, you think, within the snow? Or?
I don't know, it's getting dark too, so we have a long ways to go.
Carol and Pete text that they're on their way back from town. They got their shopping done and all the stuff they needed to do. So I'm gonna go back across the lake and pick them up. Hopefully the channel stayed open over there. We are getting a bit of snow right now, and it's got some very dark clouds all around, but we'll hope for the best. Hopefully it clears up a little bit so we can see where we're going and get safely through the ice, through the channel, and back to the island. So the wind has moved the ice around. It's opened up a little bit, but our path has shifted to the right here, but I'm going to take it. Hope for the best here. The wind pushed it a lot more narrow, but it still seems pretty good. That's nice. It's quite a bit more open than last time we were here, just a couple hours ago. It's pretty thick. think I'll back out of here if I can. So this section's got some really big chunks, but the trail we made earlier is still there, so almost through it, and then I'll be in open water again. Looks like a floating chunk of ice there. I will avoid. From here it should be clear sailing. Looks like some more snow blowing in over there.
It's good to be on the lake. It was amazing this morning being able to come through the ice. That was a fun experience, even though it was a little bit sketchy. But yeah, it's nice to be heading back with a haircut and food. We went for a haircut mostly, at least I did. After, it wasn't just being on the island, but it was that feeling of being landlocked and then your hair's just growing out and there's nothing you can do about it. I was almost ready to just buzz cut it at home, but it's nice. A bit lighter and happier, and I've got tons of food and full freedom on the lake now, or almost full freedom, just one section of ice, which is fun. It's actually nice to be able to experience the full breakup, because typically with a cabin on an island, unless you have the machines to be able to hit these mid-seasons, you're only really coming in this late springs when it's all melted up, so you just launch your boat and go, or in the dead of winter when you can just take your ski-doos across the lake, and so it's a cool experience. This morning, that's so much less. Tomorrow she'll be gone, if not the next day. Crazy. Much easier now, huh? This is the thick spot, is right here.
These are 5 to 6. They pushed everything over, so where it gets broken up there, it's all up against
Crunched up.
So this side's the only one.
There. Right as snow's coming in, eh?
Let's try and beat it. The snow, let's try and beat the snow. And in the meantime, we'll see you down the road.
These don't break when you get them.
Hey Lando, careful little guy.
Well, we made it there and back. We're home. We've got lots of food, so we don't have to leave, at least for another couple days. By then, hopefully, things open right up and we're into summer mode. Ooh.
And Lando, you excited we're all back? Look at you!
Who is it, Lando?
What is that, huh? Come on, let's go.